So hello, I am back with Judy Rittenhouse, and now we're going to start with eyes. We've already done our foundation, our contour, our highlight. Well, we have not finished with highlighting, but we've done all that. So now we're going to start with our eyes. And I'm going to show you that I'm going to start with Mary Kay Intensity Mascara. And I actually do this before I do eyeshadow, okay? Because of the way this brush is designed. The brush is designed that one side is flat. Okay, if you can tell that. One side is flat, and as you rotate the brush around, see how the bristles get longer? But see how you don't see any bristles really there? It's a flat side. Plus, you'll see the brim of this going across, which is holding, it's like the reservoir for the mascara. Now, what makes this the perfect mascara is because this is flat and it's going to build your lashes to be more like a false eyelash because it's going to really get down to the brim of the lash and make the eye look like it almost has an eyeliner on it as well. So it's going to make them look thicker and fuller and longer. So you'll use it on the flat side and then rotate it around going up on the tips. Now, I put this on first because it gets so close to your eye that it'll mess up your eyeshadow. Okay, so that I don't put on eyeshadow, then put mascara on, and get mascara on my eyelid and have to clean that up and then redo eyeshadow. I do this, then clean up and do my eyeshadow, so I don't have a lot of extra work. So now for all the Mary Kay consultants watching this, I actually save all my wands of my own use, wash them and use these because the customer needs to, because we can't reuse product after each use, I will dip a new wand in here that's clean every time. Okay. So when I'm going to use this one and then stick it back in, I get a clean one. Now, so I'm going to start with the flat side. Oopsie. Ipsy, we should have let her curl. Okay, I'm going to let you curl. There's your mirror. So, gotta keep this kind of in here to not dry out. So, I told her the other day that we're going to, this is your lash. While she's working, this is your eyelash. So, you're going to get it to the root because here's what happens. Our lash is like straight out and we want to comb up. So, takes us a lot more time if we have straight lashes, okay? So we want to curl them by going to the root with our lash curler. You want to hold and count to 10, let off, then you're going to work to the middle of the lash, hold and count to 10, and then work to the tip. This way we're curling the whole lash up, if that makes sense. So the whole lash is getting curled up instead of staying out like that, okay? So as she's curling, you're just going to remember, take the lash curler, hold pretty tight, count to 10, walk to the middle, and then walk to the tip. Okay? Now, this is going to give you it's going to give you honestly like a instant eyelid. Okay? So you're getting an instant eyelid when you use lash curlers. Okay? Now we're going to come with the flat side of the brush, and we're going to lift up like this. Look down just a little. So I'm going to, now with this brush, the way it's designed, you actually want to cup the whole lash in here. Okay, you don't want to angle it and just do one or two lashes. You want to actually look down. So as you cup them in, you're going to pull all the way to the tips, rotating your brush around. Okay, let me see. Okay, go up a little close. Can y'all see that? Look at the, okay, look how much longer those are. And getting down to the root, and we're just really picking those lashes up. See, I'm getting underneath the root there and pulling it up so you have mascara not just like on the outer, just the tips. You've got it all the way underneath And we're lifting them so almost close for me. I want to get all the way to the tips. And there is always way more mascara on this brush than you even think, okay? So just keep using it. Now I do kind of come out here to fan these out some, okay? Let me look at it. Now I'm going to come underneath. Look all the way up for me. Okay. And I'm going to take the long bristles and put on the bottom lashes. Lord, she's got lashes to kill on the bottom. So she's got really long lashes. Look all the way up. Now, even if you're somebody that don't normally put mascara on the bottom, you want to. We're trained by a nationally known makeup artist that does movie stars and models makeup. So they always say you should have some just to keep everything flowing. Okay. Now, if you tend to get a little speck right there, you see how I got a little bit more in that one little spot? So I'm going to try to become that if possible. In fact, I'll use, I'm going to, if I can get my finger on that. Okay. The mascara is not here. It is not with me. So I'm just going to, at this point, the end of the mascara or the end of this brush has a spoolie thing and I can't find it. So I'm just going to use a clean one, look at, to try to move these lashes so that there is not 10 lashes in one. Okay. And then if we get, look up, okay. Look all the way up to the ceiling. Okay. So just kind of combing them out. You might even save a brush like this if you want. Just save a one from one of your mascaras and keep it washed out. And then you could use it to move your lashes around without applying more product. Lord, you got such long lashes. Wow. She has some amazing lashes here. Okay. Now, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a second coat of this mascara with the clean one. Go back in here. Okay. Now, the second coat's where we're really going to see the difference in her lashes. Okay, so now I'll look down. And so I'm just really going to push up on these. That first coat's kind of like a mascara or like a hairspray. So it's dried, and now I'm going to lift up, and I'm really pushing up on them. So it's going to make them appear longer. Look at that. Can you see that? Okay.
Wow. Get over that. I know it. It's amazing to me.
It is crazy. Now, so the second coat, look down. So always look down, and so that the eye doesn't touch your, so this doesn't touch your skin. Look down again. So I'm lifting up. Honestly, this is the best mascara ever to me. Oh, yeah. Down, there we go. Now, the good thing is I don't have her eyeshadow on yet. So if I do mess up and get it on her eyelid, I'll just clean it up and not have to worry about fixing eyeshadow again. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Now, we're going to, now I'm going to show you from our brush collection, we're going to use our brushes. going to start with the all over color brush. Okay, so we're going to start with that brush. And typically there is a little wedgie brush that I can't think put my finger on right now. There it is. There we go. Okay. So we are smoking that. Okay. So we're going to take this all over color brush. And I'm going to do a matte shadow. Okay. I tend to like to start with something that's more flesh tone. I don't like them to be red white. I don't really like that. I more like this one. That one is, I'm not sure if it's blossom or if it's the other color. Can't get my brain to work. Okay. So we're going to start with that flesh tone color. Now, I'm going to just angle because she's already got mascara on. I'm just going to angle it in here. Okay. So I'm going to go from the lash all the way up to the brow. Okay, just to soften the lid. Now, what my goal is with shadow is I really want to make her eye color pop. Okay, so I want people seeing, so I'm going to add a little bit of color right there in the tear duct. And I really want people seeing the blue of her eye more than they see my eyeshadow. Okay. So you can tell people she wears me with eyeshadow. But I want them saying, wow, your eyes are fabulous. Okay. So we're going to put this on all over from the root of the lash all the way up on the lid to the brow. Okay. So that color is just softening. I'll go ahead and use my clean up brush here to get the, okay. So I'm just softening the lid, get rid of that shiny, veiny look pretty much. Okay. Now, the next thing, I always do this color before I actually do the brow. That way I don't flip shadow up in your brow and then you see color in your eye. So we're going to use this comb brush. Then we're going to use my precision brow pencil when I found it. Okay, so we are going to use. Okay, one moment, please. There we go.
You found it.
I'm prepared. Okay, I'm prepared. Okay. Okay. Every time I think I'm all prepared, I'm not. So that's a lie. That's real life. All these other people that everything goes great is because it's reversed. That's not reversed. Okay. You figured that out. Okay. So I'm going to comb the brows. Okay, relax.
Oh, yeah.
Now, whenever you're working on your brow, before you groom them, I'll do a video on that another day. But you always, before you tweeze, you're going to want to comb and trim before you ever start tweezing. But that'll be another day. So we're going to. You always want to. Your brow should start at the tear duct. Okay. So you take a straight edge from the corner of your nose to your tear duct, and that's where your brow should start. So just to help you a little bit here, I'm going to say I'll put a dot. Okay, so I'll put a dot where it should start. I'm going to take straight edge, look straight ahead, look straight. Okay. And wherever over the pupil of your eye, from the corner of your nose, this is where your arch should be. like right over the pupil of your eye. And then it should end from the corner of your nose to the corner of your eye. This is where your brow should stop, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a straight edge. I'm going to go from this dot with a straight line to that dot, okay? Now your brow doesn't have to be thick. It doesn't have to be thin. It can be whatever you want. But the line beneath needs to be straight. And then straight from there to there, okay? Wherever, even if you have a brow, but it's blonde out here, it's got to be that from a distance. I always teach you to look at yourself out in your mirror, arm's length. And because arm's length for me is how everybody else sees you. So we're going to put this pencil straight line. It's going to end out here. Wherever your brow stops, that's where their eye is drawn to. So if it stops like that over your pupil, because as you can see, you've got a lot of hair out here, it's just blonde, and you can't see how it stops right there. So we need to darken it just so that it draws attention to your full eye. So we're going to, once we get the straight line drawn, then we just color in above it, okay? So we're going to color in, and I do short feathery strokes so that it looks more like hair strokes than it does drawn on line, okay? So again, your brow can be thick, thin, whatever you like. I think if it's a real heavy brow, it ages you. That's my opinion. And you know what, you've heard about opinions. Okay, now, see, just relax and look in the mirror. See how this already, because it's dark, gives that lifted appearance? Can you tell that, Miss Judy?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's what we're doing, is we're just coloring in. Mary Kay's precision pencils are amazing because they're thin and they're really easy to work with. So once again, look at me. Okay, once again, I'm going to, one little note when it comes to your brow is your brows are sisters. They're not twins, okay? So it's always, you're going to have one that's ruly and one that's unruly, okay? One's going to be really easy to do, and the other is going to be like your typical little wild child that doesn't want to do what you want it to do. But the great thing about a pencil is you can create them to look as close alike as possible. Now this one just automatically looks higher, so I'm going to have to just create this one to kind of look the same. Sorry, camera. Hope I wasn't blocking your view. All right. There we go. Okay, now. Good, bad, ugly, what? Okay, you good with that? So, hey, this is for you more than it is for anyone else. So if there's any questions you have, anything you don't like, you
Yeah,
tell
no,
me.
I mean, this one still goes up higher than,
does
yeah,
go
I mean, it's
a
just the
little
way it is, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, we can take it up, but I'm more too.
No, that's fine. No, that's.
Yeah, because it's just a natural that one is a little more lifted, but we can try to. Just when you're doing your eye, try not to lift as if you can. Because you'll get them, think you've got them in the right spot, and then you won't have it in the right spot. Okay, now let me look at them. Now, when you're doing your brow, also, if you have a lot of hair under here, that would be good to remove it so that it gives you more eye to work with.
Yeah, I mean, I do when I go get
when I brows done.
yeah, I do my brows.
Okay. Now, so we got a brow. Now we got a brow done. Now we're going to start to shadow. So, the way to think of color is light colors pulls things forward, which is what we did with your all over color. So it's going to pull things forward. It's going to pull your lid forward. Dark colors sets things back. So we're going to use our crease color brush. We're going to use our crease color brush. The angle brush. See that? We're going to use this to start to set and make your eyes look deeper set, not hooded. Okay. Hooded is when the skin kind of hangs over the lid and you don't see it as much. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Dusty Rose. This is a great color to create some depth. Okay. And it's a medium color. We can take this one all the way from in here. Now, where this is going to go is in behind the eyeball. Can you feel that? Mm-hmm. So I'm going in behind the eyeball. Just if when you was a little kid and you colored, did you used to outline things before you colored them in and it made the picture look stronger and prettier? So that's what I'm kind of doing right now is I'm outlining that eyeball. That's kind of the way to think of this. Is I'm just outlining the eyeball. See close, lean into the camera a smidge. See how I didn't go on her. See how I'm making that eyeball. Okay, so I'm going just on the bone. Now see, when you're doing shadow, you always want to use your mirror with your eye open like that. And if you can see that color without lifting your eye, then we got it in the right spot. So without lifting, look at me. Okay, now see when her eye completely closes, relax, completely closed, we're kind of losing that color. Okay, I'm gonna let you look, hold it into the light. Up and up a little like that, and see when arm's length completely. Yeah, it fully extended. Yeah. That way, and if you lose that, that means we need to build. Okay, we're good. Now, if we need to, we can take that up a little bit more, just a little higher. We're not taking it all the way to the bone, but just a little. Okay, there we go, like that. So again, this color is coming from the corner of the eye. The tear duct up onto the bone. So I'm going to build this one up just a little higher. Let me see. And the same with your brow. To create, then you will the other eye, but just get them as close as possible. Nobody else is going to notice it like you do. Okay. This is the wild child. Yeah. This is the wild one. Yeah. This is the good child. Okay. We all have it. Okay. Now we're going to take. So we used that brush. Now we're going to use the smudger brush from the brush collection. Our brush collection is 58. And we're going to use from that set the pointy brush. And it is more dense, tighter, woven together. So we're going to use this and we're going to use, I'm going to kind of mix the espresso and I'm going to mix Merlot. Let me show you Merlot. So I'm going to mix those two together. So the brown, the deep brown, and I'm going to start like over the pupil with this color. I'm going to draw along the lash line, kind of like, well, let me show you this. This is easier. I'm going to come to this corner and I'm going to go straight up with a straight kind of angled line here. Okay. Already had some color on there. I'll show you on the other eye. But I'm just creating a backward C. Okay. So now this color, we kind of want to keep it on the outer part only of the eye. This one is not going to go on into the nose. Okay. But I am going to bring it in just a little bit more than the middle of her eye here, just a little. And I'm going to come down kind of again around the eyeball just to bring that out. Now, building color deep like that, and don't worry that it's a lot and it looks really dark. We're going to blend, and that's going to make it better. But my whole goal is to make this all a deeper set, more open, okay, deeper set, more open, and draw attention to the blue in her eyes, okay? Now, here's what I wanted to show you a second ago. So we're going to take this brush and we're going to go up from the corner with an angled line like that into her crease, okay? So that's kind of where this dark color is coming from, the corner of the eye, angled up, and then blended in onto the bone into the crease of the eye. Okay. So I'm going to add some brown and some Merlot again, a little mixture of both. And just so I want to build this deep because I'm going to blend here in a second. So don't worry when you first put it on if it looks really, really dark. Okay. But what I want you to see, hopefully you can see in the color in the camera how pretty that the blue of her eye appears. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to create a little bit more shape right in here. Now I'm going to use our fluffy blending brush. Now this one is, when I say fluffy, it's very fluffy. Very loose bristles. See that? It's not dense like the other one. So now this is going to blend this color out more. Okay, so we're just going to blend, blend, blend. I don't want there to be a lot of stop and starting points. Okay. I don't want there to be a lot of stopping and starting points with my shadow. I want everything to just blend well. Okay. Okay, so what I want you to do here, okay, is I want you to get your mirror just a second. Let me fix this. And I want you to look and see if you're okay with this color or this amount. So you look and see. Okay, grab your mirror and look and see. Arms length, there you go. Arms length out, everybody else sees you. Okay. Now I'm going to show you what I do next. Now I'm going to take this eyeliner brush. Okay. This has a little spool on the end. And yes. Okay, thanks. Okay, now we're going to take this brush, and instead of using eyeliner on the bottom, we're going to use shadow on the bottom instead of eyeliner. So I'm going to come back with my deep brown color. I want to keep everything precise, colors wise. So we're going to go over there, and then we're going to mix it with a little bit of Merlot. I'm going to touch it to my hand. All that would fall on your face if we don't push that into the brush. I call this loading my brush. Now, when I say loading the brush, that does not mean getting your dishwasher drunk. Okay, loading the brush, loading it here. Okay, let's see. So we're going to angle the brush like that. Okay, look all the way up. Now she's already got mascara on. It's okay. Look. Okay, so I'm going to line just right at the root of her eyelash. And I'm going to come to the tear duct with a thin, thin line. Okay. But out here on this outer corner, I'm going to make it a little bit wider. Okay. So I'm going to line that like that. Okay, so when I said something about loading this brush a minute ago, a Jeff Foxworthy joke popped in my head, and you said loading the dishwasher doesn't mean getting your life drunk.
Oh, so you clarified that.
Say that right.
Yeah.
Joke coming to mind. Loading the dishwasher does not mean getting your life drunk. Okay. If y'all are familiar with the redneck guy. Okay, so taking your brush, look all the way up, coming under here. Now see how pretty this looks versus using a liner, which can be very strong. An eyeliner can be very strong, draw attention to our puffiness, to our wrinkles, all the things that we just worked to take attention away from with using a pencil underneath. Plus, our makeup artists taught us that when you're lining your eyes, it's really to make your lash line look fuller and thicker. That's what a liner's really for. Not so much that people see a bunch of eyeliner. But I am going to use liner on the top. Now, I know you're typically not somebody that wears a lot of eyeliner and you don't wear it. but for this video, you're allowing me to use it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna use our eyeliner, close. And with the mascara, her mascara is already on. I'm just laying it at the root of the lash. And I'm just pulling it across like this, short feathery strokes. And all this is going to do is it's just going to draw more attention to her eye and make that lash look fuller and thicker. Okay, see that? Okay, you want to look in the mirror and see what you think? It's not a heavy line, but enough to make that lash line. See the difference? How much fuller? We have more attention on that eye. So that's all I'm going to do is just close. And I come to the end of the eye and I point my pencil up instead of following the eye down like you typically could. So we're just going to go in there, angle it, and just go right at the root of the lash. Now, when this is done, if you look in the mirror and you see skin between your lashes and your liner, you definitely want to go in and fix it. You can just take your eyeliner because that'll draw attention where we don't want attention. Okay, so let me see. So, and just pulling this off to the end like that to make your eye look longer. That's what we're doing with eyeliner as well. Okay. Now, let me see. So I am going to take this color up just a little bit more because once your eye is rested, I'm losing the dark color. Okay, so I'm just going to come back once again, and I'm going to add, without you lifting, I'm just going to load my brush, and I'm just going to take this up just a smidge more. Now that her eyes rested some and that skin is in its place, I do want to see this just a smidge. Okay. Now, when you look in the mirror and you lift, that is not what everybody else sees, just for the record, okay? Rested like this is what we see. So I'm just getting this up here a smidge. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now that we've got our eyeshadow on, we're going to come back and I'm going to, just so that we don't have any powder in her lashes, I am going to come back with, just a problem with her mascara getting underneath her eye. So hopefully the translucent's actually going to help to absorb that oil that causes your mascara to not dry. Hopefully that's going to help some. But I'm going to go over this with waterproof. Okay, so I'm going to let her. I'm going to actually use some waterproof to set this. Okay. So I'm going to come back. Plus, this is going to look up for me just a sec. Okay, so this is going to make sure that we don't have any shadow in these lashes that would show up with shimmer on our lashes. So we're going to put that there like this and just coat them so that that doesn't transfer. The mascara doesn't transfer. Hopefully this is going to work. We'll know this evening at the end of the day when she messages me back and says, okay, look up, look all the way up so I can do the bottoms. Hopefully I've put enough on here that she will be able to tell. But you can always, this comes from our makeup artist. So again, they're working with either, models and stars and even media people that like news anchors that they're under these lights a lot. And heat and all that, because you kind of know when you're up close to these lights too, especially heat come off of those. So we're going to use the waterproof because that's what one of our makeup artists, so she always sets their mascara. It's just if I use waterproof by itself, I don't feel like I get the fullness that I get. Down just a smidge. Okay. Let me get under and look up. Now down. Okay. Now, I may not be coating these as good as you would when you can get in there and get close without poking an eye out. I don't want to be responsible for you losing an eye. Okay, look down. Yeah, I'm sorry, up. I'm going to put some on this. And down just there we go. She has some great lashes. Okay, let me see. Have I got them in? Okay, if you want to do some more, you can. Okay. Now we are going to
That mascara makes a huge difference.
yeah,
I mean, it really does a job on the eyebrows, or my eyelashes like this.
Now we're going to, we've got all of that done. Now, okay, so we're not thinking about the eyes. What do you think about the eyes? Probably more than you're used to.
Well, they're darker than I'm used to. Yeah, it's darker than I'm used to. I would take it and I would light it up.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
You can make comments in the comments, y'all, and tell her if that's too dark on you. Do y'all think she's too dark? It's okay. You can say yes or you can say no.
Well, I have deep set eyes to begin with, so I'm just
Oh,
not
but
used
you
to this.
did. You would do. When you want, when we're done. Now, I'm going to highlight the eyes because we're going to make her eye look more rested and awake by using light ivory concealer. Okay. Now this is pretty dry because it's empty. When it's a brand new tube, you would clean until most of that is off. But being this one's almost empty, we're going to use a cream concealer brush. This is our cream concealer brush. It's great because it's got this little angle, and we're going to go like this. We're going to take this, and especially where we get a little dark in there, look all the way up for a sec. And we're just going to smudge this all the way to the end of the eye like that. So we're going to put this color here. Again, we're going to make this eye look more rested and awake. We're going to open up the center of the face. Okay. And down the nose. Again, this is to keep light in the center of our face to open it up. So I'm going to blend it over where the contour was. Blend this out, come down this. Make sure that doesn't look like a strap on her nose. We just want to have some light there on the bridge of the nose and then here. Over a little bit. So we're going to blend this out. Now we're going to tap this in like this. So I'm going to tap this color in, especially where we're dark. And look up. I'm going to come all the way across and pull up like that. Now I just want to make sure we don't have just like a straight line, but blend it out. But under this eye, in the center of this face here, I'm going to add some more color. Like this. I'm tapping this in really well. Now, what we don't want to do is leave this looking chalky. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Hopefully, y'all can see that good, kind of come into the camera a smidge. Now, I'm going to add some. I'm going to add light ivory pressed powder. And I'll put it on this brush here. I'm kind of going in the center of her face because I don't want this to look chalky. Also, we never want to put a highlighter that has shimmer, nor do we want to bronze contour. You don't want a bronzer because it's got shimmer in it. You don't want a highlighter with shimmer in these spots because it's going to draw too much attention. And you never want to put especially shimmer where it can be confused with oil on our skin. And then here, I don't want this to look chalky, so I'm going to highlight it. Okay. And I am doing this before our blush because if I do this after, I always have to put blush over it. So, okay. Now, what I want y'all to see here is the difference between her eye. Can you see the difference? See how that eye looks more rested and let's see how that looks more rested and white. Tighter, the skin up here is tighter. Here, look all the way up. Now, so I'm starting the dark part. And I don't want a whole lot of this here. Coming right up, cleaning up that, making that eye line look sharp through there. Okay. Now we're going to do this. That one's a little chalky, streaky. Now we are going to now I'm coming with the cheek color brush. Oh no, I'm gonna do lips first. We're gonna do lips. I should have stopped the video, but I'm just gonna keep rolling. I'm going to do rose liner. Okay, I'm going to take this rose liner and I'm going to line her lips. Okay. Now you can make like close. You always want to keep your mouth closed, and you're going to make like at the Cupid's bow, just make like an X. Okay, at the Cupid's bow, an X. Then you're going to come up from the corner with your mouth closed to meet the X. This way you're going to have a fuller lip than if you try to line and go down. You're coming from the corner like this. And come to the bottom line. I'm not trying to draw a perfect straight line. I'm doing short feathery strokes. Okay. Now we're going to attempt a different lipstick this time. Last time we used Future Dream, and this time we're going to try Confetti Coral. We're going to try it. And if we don't like it, we'll just fix it, because makeup is not like being a nurse and giving somebody the wrong drug and it kills them. We'll just take it off and start over. So go let her fill in for me, if you would. So she's going to fill in Confetti Coral, and we're going to see how we like it. Okay. Let's do a little more, just a smidge more. We will hit a little bit more. Okay, so put a little more. It's a lot of different scraping off of these as using the real tube.
Yeah.
Okay? So you'll get a stronger color, actually. Now we're going to add just a tad bit of gloss. You might not be a gloss girl, but
I don't think I am.
well, we're going today because you're really going to like it. And what I'm going to give you is green touch. We're going to put on Fancy Nancy.
Fancy Nancy.
Fancy Nancy. You're going to just come in the center like that and apply that. I'm going to give you a little bit more.
In the center?
You can take it across, but mostly in the center. Okay.
What about the top?
And
I don't wear gloves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm going to do blush. I'm going to take my blush brush, put the oval up, and we're going to lay it right. And I'm going to use Juicy Peach. I think is the name of this.
It's a juicy Lucy.
Juicy Peach. Okay, so we're going to start in the back at the hairline. We're going to come right down the cheekbone. Okay. We give her a different look last week for her first appointment. Today, we're giving her a different kind of. So you want to come from right down the temple, right on top of the cheekbone, staying 3 fingers away from your nose. And then we can end up. I'm going to use another fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to use a little bit of highlighter. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of shimmer highlighter, and I'm going to go over, relax, over the arch of her brow and like right there on the top of the cheekbone. So I'm going to blend it. And what this is doing is adding just a little bit of shimmer. Okay, can you see that turn? I'm hoping y'all can see it in the camera. It's kind of like I'm doing just right at the corner of the eye. I'm gonna let you see before I blend the other eye. I'll let you see kind of turning, looking at that side versus this side. Just kind of sharpens that cheekbone. Can you see that? Shimmer? Just kind of laying it right on top of this. And just kind of, and then I do put just a little bit right on that cheekbone a little, like right in there, just to give it a little bit of glow. So what do you think about that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there you have it. Miss Judy. Now she's gonna put up her hair because Brenda Howe makes it like, I need to get her some. I need to get you some. Okay. So there we go. She's just gonna poof it up. I know on my picture last week, she got compliments on her hair.
You know, it is, yeah.
Brenda Howe wants to pick this.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
So, all righty. This is Judy. What do y'all love? So you can make comments. Tell me what you think.
Be nice.
All right. So that ends this portion of the video. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.